The project is made using Django. So when we run the command, it launches the website for us. The first page that we stumble upon is the home page. It has the information of all the team members, a visitor count, and an explore more button. On clicking the explore more button, we're greeted with another page which has a carousel and an event counter. This counter shows us the time till the next major event. Now we see the clubs page. The clubs page has information about various clubs. For suppose this is the club DRISHA, we see that what major upcoming event it has, is past events, and the general information about DRISHA. It also has an anonymous feedback feature. Now we look at CHRD. So there is upcoming event of CHRD, which is Sparsh, and the highlights of the past events. Upcoming events section is another feature that shows us all the upcoming events of the college across clubs, arranged in order to their dates. Also the highlights of the major events of the college. Now we log in through our credentials. Since I already have an account, I will go to the sign in page.
Now you can see dashboard. We can select all the clubs we are part of. इससे हम ये डिसाइड कर रहे हैं कि हमें किस क्लब से नोटिफिकेशन चाहिए और हम किस क्लब्स के मेंबर हैं. ओके, नाउ नोटिफिकेशन सेंडर यहाँ पे. अभी कोई भी नोटिफिकेशन सेंड नहीं किया गया. अब मैं एडमिन पैनल खोलूँगा. उसमें इफ़ आई एम एन एडमिन और द हेड ऑफ द क्लब, I can select the club and the person whom I want to send a message to. So here I just type the message and just click save. इससे क्या होगा, जो यूज़र है उसके पास नोटिफिकेशन चला जाएगा जो भी मैसेज आप सेंड करना चाहो. Now this is our live streaming platform. यहाँ हम कोई भी एक दूसरे मोबाइल के थ्रू लाइव स्ट्रीम कर सकते हैं. ये हमारे लाइव फुटेज थे जब हम ये वीडियो रिकॉर्ड कर रहे थे स्क्रीन पे. प्रथम इज़ द कैमरा मैन हियर. मैं और ओजस यहाँ पे बैठे हुए हैं. And now this is the about page about us. Pratham is the front-end and back-end developer. DRISHA is front-end developer. OJAS is our back-end developer. And me, PARAM, I am also a front-end developer. Thank you very much for seeing the video.
So this is the back-end of the notification system. This first function is send notification view. This renders a simple page send notification.html where an admin or user can probably send a message. Now the second function is dashboard view. In this, the function handles both the display and update of user's dashboard. It first checks if the user is authenticated. If not, then they are redirected to the login page. For authentication users, it fetches or creates a user profiles and handles any submitted club selections via the post method we created. Now if clubs are selected, it updates the user club's memberships. Finally, it gathers all available clubs and the user's current club and renders them on dashboard pages. Now the third function is send notifications. In this function, if the user sends a message to all members of specific club, it fetches the club using the club ID, iterates over its members and creates a notification object for each. After sending it, renders a notification page showing the club's notification. Now we had add and decorator login required, so that if user has not logged in yet, then it will redirect to the login page. Then we have notification view. In this function, it is required that the user is logged in. Now it fetched all 100 notifications for that user ordered by most recent and shows them on the notification page. And the last function is send notification view. In this function, login is also required and is triggered by a post request. It fetches the club and sends hi message if club name Nexus. It then redirects to the notification page. If the club isn't Nexus, it redirects back to the dashboard.
Now let's talk about the function index, which accepts a request. It renders the home page template, that is authentication index.html. Next, let's talk about second page, which again accepts a request and again renders authentication second page.html. Next is login view, which just renders the login page, that is authentication login.html. Next is sign up, which accepts a request from the user. It handles the user registration. It has a post method which takes in user details, the form, username, email, first name, last name, mobile and passwords. Checks for existing username or email. Validates if the passwords match. If all is valid, creates a user, saves it and redirects to the second page. Next is a get method, which clears messages and renders the sign up form. Now let's talk about the sign in view, which has a get method yet again, which clears existing messages and shows the login form. It also has a post method which authenticates using username and password. If successful, logs in and redirects to the second page. If failed, reloads login page with an error. Next, and the last part about this particular view is custom logout view, which accepts a view and has a get request which logs the user out and redirects to the home page.
Now I'll explain the backend of the dashboard. In this one app, the data model is centered around users, clubs and notifications. First, we have the user profile model, which extends Django's default user by connecting it through a one-to-one relationship. This lets each user to have custom bio, an optional profile picture and a list of clubs they are part of. The clubs field is many-to-many relationship, meaning users can join multiple clubs and each club can have many users. Next, the club model is simple. It has a name and a description. This acts as the central activity for user membership and sending notifications. Finally, the notification. This model keeps track of messages sent to users from clubs. Each notification is linked to a specific user and a specific club, contains a message, a timestamp of when it was created, and a Boolean flag is read to help identify unread notifications. Together, this model forms a mini social network structure where users can join clubs and admins or system can notify about club specific updates in a manageable way.